2NURFM News for our sponsor Terrace Boating at Heatherbrae. Boats are fun. Get yourself one.
It's 1 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Thandi Chindove with 2NURFM Hunter News. Senior members of Port Stephens Council weren't told about crucial information regarding the Williamtown contamination, despite it being reported to mid-level councillors. Emails from the Department of Defence in 2012 were marked as confidential and need to know, removing the general manager from the communication process. Port Stephens Mayor Bruce McKenzie says ratepayers can be assured any issues which could affect the community will be reported to the general manager without exception.
Steps have been put in place that anything with any little thing that could be come back to bite us in the future, that will be reported straight to the general manager. I believe the general manager has issued those instructions, and the general manager that we have in place today, I can assure you that will happen. I have no doubt at all that will happen. There will be no repeat of this situation ever.
Meanwhile, Patterson MP Bob Baldwin is getting behind the industries affected by the contamination. The federal government is yet to announce funding for those who have lost their income as a result of the chemical leak. Bob Baldwin says it's not only the region's fishermen who are in dire need of support.
It's not only our fishing people, but the cattle producers and those that produce free-range eggs. They're all affected. They've all been told they can't sell their product. There are others that have lost income throughout the region. The government needs to step up to the plate. This is not the fault of the community. Defence has already admitted that they are the source of the contaminant. Therefore, the government needs to provide financial support.
A new federal circuit court judge has finally been appointed at the Newcastle Registry after Judge Giles Coates retired 4 months ago, causing significant delays for families waiting for their case to be heard. Barrister Stephen Middleton, who has been in practice since 2007, has been appointed as the new judge, allowing cases in the Newcastle Family Court to be dealt with quicker. Newcastle MP Sharon Claydon says this appointment shows signs of a bright future for Newcastle's legal system.
Take a moment today to celebrate the fact that we do finally have a replacement judge in our Federal Circuit Court. But, that celebration is qualified by a need to ensure that our court system do receive the proper funding and support they deserve.
Buchanan near Kurri Kurri could host the Hunters' first purpose-built mosque if a development application by the Newcastle Muslim Association goes through. The organisation will seek approval for a new prayer space and small funeral home almost 4 years after its application for a mosque at Ellamore Vale was denied. Newcastle Muslim Association's Diana Ra says community consultation will be sought throughout the process.
We'd just like to assure the local community that we'll endeavour to work closely with all the stakeholders and to address the needs of the Newcastle Muslim Association and the surrounding community.
A push for more railway stations in the Maitland region is escalating, with more than 500 people signing a petition which is expected to be reviewed in State Parliament. The petition calls for better access to Victoria Street Station, as well as new stations in growth areas like Ballawara Heights and Amberglasson. Maitland MP Jenny Atchison says the petition would greatly benefit those living in and around the Maitland area with limited access to public transport.
It was really looking at the public transport needs of Maitland. So that was stations to cope with the development and growth of our suburbs to the west. So places like Huntley, Brankston, Aberglasson, Oakhampton, and to look at having a coordinated approach to transport in our community.
In finance, the All Ords is down 37 points at 52.29 and $1 Australian dollar is buying 70.96 US cents.
Sport, thanks to our sponsor, Warners Bay Sports Club's Melbourne Cup Carnival.
The Newcastle Jets will be looking to continue their impressive form tonight when they come up against Melbourne City at Amy Park. The squad are still running high after last Friday's boil-over win against defending champions Melbourne Victory and are hoping to back it up this week. Coach Scott Miller says the boys have been pretty lively at training this week but need to stay realistic and grounded. The Newcastle Hunters are on the market for a new women's coach for their 2016 Waratah Basketball League campaign. Peter Astley has reluctantly stepped down from the position due to work commitments outside of basketball. The Hunters will also be without captain Cheryl Willis and Australian representative guard Jasmine Forsadilla. And longtime Newcastle Harness Racing Club boss Ross Gigg will be remembered at the Men of League Foundation's annual night at the Trots fundraiser tonight. He passed away in May last year, and the Ross Gig Memorial is set to be a feature race on the program. That's sport. I'm Tyler Fardell.
2NURFM News Time is 1:05.
Domain's washing wipeout sale. Clean up with hot deals on washing machines and dishwashers from leading brands. LG, Bosch, Dishlake, Electrolux and Fisher &